We are all going to die one day, and if we have to waste what little time we've got playing video games, they better be the right ones. Today we are looking at Warface Global Operations, a mobile spin-off game that claims to be free to play, but is it worth my time? Oh, I get it. It's like Pokemon. Alright guys, big announcement. AnthonyCSN is now officially a Warface channel. That's it. There's the original Warface, Warface Breakout, and now this. Why play anything else when you've got Warface? The controls are sluggish, and the game's monetization makes it really hard to recommend over older, better games. Oh, I guess that's why. I'm kidding, of course, but coming off the heels of Breakout, I thought I'd finish up what is right now a Warface trilogy. So Warface Go is their attempt to join the very lucrative mobile market. Many big series over the years have tried to make that jump, but with varying results. Some make the transition smoothly, carrying over the series' basic mechanics and bringing their strengths to the mobile platform. Others miss the mark a bit and dumb down the experience, just looking to make a quick buck on name recognition. And others are so tone deaf, it's kind of embarrassing. Come on, don't you guys have phones? Come on, don't you guys have phones? Come on, don't you guys have phones? But what category does Warface Go fall into? Is it a full-featured Warface on the go, or a stripped-down mobile mess? Let's find out. So the original Warface is a free-to-play first-person shooter, and Warface Go is a free-to-play first-person shooter. So far, so good. There are 5 maps right now, each taking themes from the original game, but reworking them into much smaller designs. Hangar is the only map that is really similar, but being one of the smallest maps in Warface, it makes sense. There are several different game modes like Team Deathmatch, Control, Free-for-All, and Plant the Bomb, see Warface Breakout. Unfortunately, the bigger modes like Storm from the original game are absent. But the game first starts you off in a tutorial that I actually want to show you guys. That's it. It's over. It just leaves me asking, why? It's this weird scripted scene that has nothing to do with the rest of the game at all. I guess you do shoot people in the game with a gun, but other than that, what was the point? Anyways, just like the tutorial, let's move on to the next thing. There's a series of weapons like assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs, sniper rifles, and they can be customized with sights, laser attachments, and even performance upgrades, which we will be talking about later. Unfortunately, it's not a balancing system where if you put a sight on, you aim a little bit slower, or if you increase the rate of fire, you're less accurate. Here, upgrades are upgrades, and you just work your way through the chart. So overall, it's a pretty basic first-person shooter setup, but that's kind of the problem. The original Warface is a pretty standard shooter anyways, but has a few elements that make it stand out. Maps are designed with co-op in mind, letting your team work together to traverse the environment. You can pick different classes to support the team, kind of like Battlefield. Gun customization on the fly was always pretty cool, letting you adjust to different situations. And some of the bigger modes like Storm put Warface somewhere between like Call of Duty and Battlefield. But none of that is present in Warface Go. This kind of feels like a mobile FPS template where you just drop in some character artwork, change the logos around, change some music, and there you go. Announcing Battlefield Go, now available for mobile devices. So Warface Go doesn't really feel like a Warface game, but is it still worth playing on its own? Gameplay-wise, it's actually pretty smooth once you find the right setup, but that might be easier said than done with the game's extremely limited settings. You can change the sensitivity, customize the HUD, toggle auto-fire, and that's about it. By default, the game uses auto-fire, which I turned off immediately, instead using triggers to aim and shoot. One feature that did make it over from Warface, though, is the ability to slide. This always felt good in the original Warface, and I was disappointed to see it removed in Breakout. Here it fits the style of gameplay better, though. Sliding around corners and catching enemies off guard is pretty fun. Warface Go's aim assist is insanely sticky, though, making the combat far too easy. Just point in the general direction of the enemy and the game kind of does the rest. It's so easy, I ended up using my left trigger for sliding instead of aiming after a while. You can double tap to aim down sights if you really want to, but most of the time it was just a waste of a good button. I did find that sidearms are actually handled in a pretty interesting way here. Pistols are powerful, but they're only usable when you run out of ammo with your main weapon and you keep holding down fire. It's a clever way to work around the restraints of a touchscreen and streamlines the gameplay quite a bit. I don't know if other games do similar things and they just copied it from there, but it stood out as a creative decision in a game that is otherwise pretty generic. As I'm sure you've seen, Warface Go looks pretty good for a mobile game. You can tell character animations are simplified and visual effects are basic, but it looks pretty sharp. There's cracks in walls, leaves on the ground, and it's clearly a step up from similar games I've played. Unfortunately, the game's sound design leaves a bit to be desired. Guns unfortunately sound weak, and the positional audio is unreliable at best. If the enemy fires a gun, all you know is it came from somewhere in this general area. To make up for this though, you can use the game's ridiculously overpowered radar. It tells you when enemies are close and getting closer, so if you follow that, it will lead you right to them. Just follow the red circle! Now, I usually save a game's monetization till the end because honestly, that's what can make or break any free-to-play game. And if you were still on the fence up to this point with Warface Go, well, here we go. So I know people say the original Warface has some pay-to-win elements, but Go makes that game look like a non-profit charity. In Warface Go, you upgrade equipment with in-game cash that you earn from playing the game, completing quests, and here we go, watching ads. Did you just finish a match and want to double your earnings? Well, check out this guy in a boat getting murdered by rocks. Seriously, what is with those weird murder porn ads? I don't get it. You pull the thing, the guy dies. Anyways, back to this game where I murder people by the hundreds. So Warface Go is an ad machine. There's at least 3 different ways to watch an ad on this screen alone. Look, watching an ad maybe once a day for some bonuses is fine, but everything here is designed to make you watch an ad. Can you believe that? Who would make you watch an ad? That's unacceptable. So it's pretty clear that Warface Go has one goal: monetize everything. Armor inserts? You gotta buy them. Healing pens? Yep, you gotta buy them. Grenades? Yes, even grenades. You have to buy them if you run out. But wait, there's more! If you're trying to upgrade something and you're a little short on cash, they will spot you the money if you watch an ad. There's loot boxes too, but the worst kind of loot boxes where you have to buy a key to open them. It makes you feel like, oh wow, look, I have this special loot box. It's mine, it's all mine. All I need to do is buy a key and unlock it. And I don't think they know how keys work. You need 50 of them to unlock anything. There's countdown timers as well when you try to upgrade something past a certain point. But hey, you can pay them a little bit of gold and upgrade faster. You did this game! You put the timer there! Don't create a problem and then sell me the solution. That would be like the government creating some kind of virus and then selling us the cure. I'm just kidding, guys. Wear your mask. Think of others. So every shitty thing that a free-to-play game can do, Warface Go does. And you know what? If it was all cosmetic, maybe I could recommend the game just a tiny bit. But everything I just mentioned is a separate way to pay to win in this game. Even watching an ad is paying with my time, and I think we all know how much I value my time. Everything in Warface Go is upgradable with a little power number right next to it. The only thing that matters in Warface Go is these numbers. Play a match, get stuff, then use that stuff to upgrade your numbers and repeat. That's the game in its entirety. At one point, I just said screw it, and I put everything I could into one SMG, watching ads time and time again just to see what would happen. And the next match I played, I destroyed everything in my path. It's insane. They are basically selling you hacks to their own game. I've really never seen anything this awful in a free-to-play game before. I'm sure there are other games out there like this. I mean, why else do they think they can get away with this crap? But I am shocked at what Warface Go does, and honestly, the developers should be ashamed. I can forgive a lot of things if I'm having fun. Even in the original Warface, there were a few armor pieces and weapons that were better than others, but this is ridiculous. Oh, and I almost forgot. Yes, there is tactical cleavage, but not even that can save this game. For a mobile FPS, Warface Go looks pretty good and can be some simple run around shoot people fun, but it comes across as dead and soulless with one goal: take your money. They are banking on the game's looks and brand recognition to draw in a few players and milk them for everything they can. And the greedy disrespect for players here is some of the worst I've ever seen. These people don't deserve a cent of my money and certainly don't deserve a second more of my time. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said in the intro, I wanted to just finish up the Warface games. I think that's all of them now, and I did want to say Warframe Worth My Time is on its way, but I've been getting back into the swing of doing these Warface videos, and I thought I might as well start with a few smaller games before I get to the behemoth of a game that is Warframe. I also wanted to let you guys know I finally opened up a small merch store with some basic designs on t-shirts. If you guys want to check those out, there's a Worth My Time is AnthonyCSN Worth My Time t-shirt. There's also some great artwork from Joss Skellyman and stuff. Check them out if you want. If not, thank you for watching this. That supports the show, and a special thanks, of course, to everyone on Patreon who supports the show. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and man, Warface Go! Ugh.